this is the best guard season since Michael Jordan.
Everybody, welcome back to the Virtuosos. The NBA season has finally concluded, and we are here to talk about everything that happened in the playoffs, regular season, and what's coming up in the next couple of days, which is the NBA draft. First and foremost, shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have won the NBA championship in 7 games. We all predicted, 5 games?
I said 5.
It was hard to imagine that the Thunder didn't win, but it was as time went on. It was starting to get bleaker and bleaker, and it just felt like one of the best NBA finals that I've watched in my life. And I've watched like the 2010 Lakers in Boston, which was unbelievable. Like Bucks and Suns was unbelievable to me as well. A lot of people rate that Cavs and Warriors series. Not gonna get into it too much, but it has been some really like memorable series. But this one is like had a little bit of everything. But yes, NBA season has finally concluded. It feels like we're all gas now because the draft's in 2 days, and in a week from now, I think is the tampering period. So we have no time to rest. We've had 2 trades since we've recorded.
Most trades I've ever seen.
Like most trades I've ever seen and during a playoff run. Like, I mean, this is during the finals.
Niggas was really bored of the finals. I don't know how. Desmond Bain, you have to go because I don't want to watch the finals.
And I said this, and I'm like, to be fair, no way in hell you should have traded or announced KD's trade yesterday. That's just
not on the day.
That's bad for NBA, and I want to say that right now, like NBA has the worst media coverage ever. Something needs to change in the next couple of years, or they're gonna kill their own sport. You can't announce KD's trade and then not talk about Game 7 at all. There's no coverage because on a Sunday, and then there's no weekly TV. You know what I'm saying? Like we're missing the first takes, the whatever shows that they got now. I don't even really watch like much ESPN. I'm more of like on the YouTube.
I don't
side
care
of
for
things,
those people anymore.
Yeah, so it's like they're not on. They're not on a fucking Sunday. And then it was like, well, when it should have been on a Sunday, on Father's Day, they fucking skipped Father's Day and put it on Monday. And I was like, what are we doing?
The scheduling was really bad for the finals.
Let's not kill a really, really good sport. Right. That has been, this was like the best season to me in a long time. Overall, from start to finish.
This is probably the most memorable season for me, at least. I mean,
sure.
That's not what I meant. I meant like excitement wise, though. There was a lot that happened in the season.
Thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
This is probably the most I've watched basketball.
Yeah, this is the most I've watched basketball. It's mainly because I only watched my team, but my team was fucking horrible. Like niggas ain't play, we lost. So I watched a lot of other players this year. So I would say I enjoyed the sport more this year. But in terms of being a fan of your team, I mean, it just wasn't.
Yeah. Somebody talking about they enjoyed it the most. It's like,
my bad.
Obviously, my team. I had the best player since Michael Jordan. Best season ever. Oh my god, that's my team. Congratulations. Anything else you want to say?
No, I'll save it for now.
Like, all right, bro.
My bad, bro.
All right, bro.
I'll wait till we get to
Let's talk about October and November games.
Like, when my team was 2-1.
Let's talk about Chet hip injury to start the season.
When the Knicks had to face the Celtics opening night, and we got fucking.
Yo.
But no, like overall, really, really good finals. There's a lot of narratives coming out of it. The biggest one I feel like obviously is the Tyrese Halliburton injury. We never want to see something like that happen to anybody. Prayers to Tyrese Halliburton. Probably won't see him until 2027. Yep. Same thing with Jason Tatum. Same thing with probably Damian Lillard. I might miss somebody right now on top of my head. I know somebody else tore their Achilles. Kyrie Irving, might not be seeing him. It's probably close to the 2027 season either. Just sad, has seen all these injuries, and there's some controversy, like people saying like the calf strains and what they lead to and whatnot. And it's like
I think now you have to pay attention to calf strains.
There's gonna be more and more like emphasis, I feel like, on the calf strains leading to Achilles.
That's a shutdownable injury, though.
Yeah, like at this, and it's funny. It's not funny, I should say, but it is ironic that the Mavs did not want Luka to play on his calf strain. Shut him down for 2 months. Traded him. You know what I'm saying, because they realized that his conditioning was so bad that he was putting too much weight on his body, on his lower body. And, like, it's gonna. I mean, he's
overexerting on the lower half.
And I'm like how many calf strains he's had? He's had a lot.
Yeah,
and it's like maybe one day he eventually does tear his Achilles. I don't want him to, but like it.
But like, if you have a history of those injuries, you never know at that point.
So prayers for Tyrese Halliburton overall.
I just want to say this before you continue, bro, because I've seen the discourse, and we know somebody with this,
I didn't even want to bring it up because I'm
that's
gonna let you
all I'm gonna say, y'all. If I'm Tyrese Halliburton, if I can walk and I can jog up and down the court, I'm gonna play.
if I'm Thomas Bryant,
Hey, you know what I mean?
playing
If Game 7 of the NBA Finals, I have a calf strain. I understand the risk. I'm a grown ass man. I'm going to take those risks to play the fucking biggest game of my life. Like I literally built since a kid. I've been wanting to play in this game. I am not gonna sit out. If they told me to sit out, I'm still not gonna sit out. They're gonna distract me to a chair and say sit out. So for everybody saying that the Pacers should have sat Halliburton, you feel me? If I'm Halliburton, like Halliburton needs to want, like he has to like literally sit down. Like you have to take his jersey away from him. They're not doing that. So go ahead and just get that out the way, bro.
I agree.
I'm just saying, bro.
I agree 100%.
And
like I said, like I'm Thomas Bryant, I'm playing. I don't care what.
You had to be physically unable to perform.
And that's
like,
exactly what he said. He's like, I would
7.
have to physically, like, I wouldn't have to be able to walk.
Yeah, like I said, like there's just no way you think any player in any sport, in the biggest game of their lives, is going to sit because of a strain, because of an injury that they know they could play on, that they know that they are capable of at least trying to put an effort out there.
He just played a
like how would it have looked if Tyrese Halliburton and said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna sit Game 7.
I'm gonna sit Game 7 out.
You're
Like
not
you might as well just sat Game 6 at that point.
It's not even just Halliburton. It's anybody. If anybody came out and just said, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna sit Game 7," no, it's all hands on deck. This is the last game of. You might not ever see the finals again in your life.
What did we just talk about last round? Anthony Edwards being so happy they made the 2 West Conference Finals. Like, I'm young, I'll make it back. If that's your idea, then sit out the big games.
Yeah.
Then. Like, I'll make it next year. I'm not feeling well. Game.
Then don't hurt
I'm having
yourself
a good
more.
night today. I'll just sit out. I'll be here next year. If that's the case, then everybody should be doing that. Tyrese Halliburton really should be doing that because he's made it farther than Anthony Edwards has. He had a better Eastern Conference Finals like in that one game he did play, and then obviously this year he made it to the finals better than Anthony Edwards did this year. Like if that's the case, he should have sat out too. Then like if after him, I'm like if Anthony Edwards is happy about it, shit, I'm happy about it, and shit, I got a gold medal, so it's like shit. I'm really happy about it. But like playing basketball or playing football or playing soccer or playing tennis or playing anything, you ask them how many nagging injuries they have. You know how many nagging injuries every fucking player in the history of every sport has? Like I don't even fucking play sports anymore. I play pickleball like two times a week, and my feet, my calves, my knees be on fire. I can't walk sometimes. Like I can't imagine doing this shit 7 days a fucking week. I couldn't imagine this shit for like the rest of my life.
Like nobody's healthy after a 82 game season.
Mind you, he had to
Plus
practice
playoffs.
with the USA team.
Yeah,
and then go into the NBA season.
Like there's
and
no
then
way. No player that plays an entire full season, even if they miss games, is healthy. Nobody's healthy. They're healthy on the injury report.
Yeah.
Sure, because they're not going to say nagging ankle injury.
Yeah.
Bruised ankle, bruised wrist.
And they'd be like,
that.
how the fuck did Lamar Jackson have a sprained MCL last year? He looked fine. That's the amount of medicine, the amount of data, the amount of things that they've studied to tell them that like, yeah, you can play the way you're playing on this sprained MCL for as long as you want. You won't have any more damage. Like it's so much numbers, so much studies. I'm like, these people are smarter than you. They have more knowledge than you. They have more access to knowledge than us. They know the risk that they're taking. There's no way somebody was like, hey Tyrese, you good. Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen. You're good. There's no way nobody can tell like, hey, you know what calf strings lay to. It's this amount of percentage of things. It's you do a lot of this stop and go stuff. You do a lot of erratic movements. He's a fucking point guard. He's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? It's a faster game. You're playing in a game 7. The intensity is kicked up times 1,000. And mind you, they're playing in all these comeback games that they got to turn it up 1,000 times more just to come back and not lose that game 1. They won every single game 1 by coming back. So it's like this is what happens when you play your heart out. You do get hurt. It happens. And unfortunately for Tyrese Halliburton, nobody wants to see him get hurt, but he'd be damned if he sat the fuck out.
He'd be damned.
It is definitely heartbreaking too.
The fans would be damned.
Right, imagine.
We would be damned.
If we already got a low market.
And it said Halliburton was not gonna play that game. Motherfuckers would have came into the game just
it's just different. Like I said, it affects everybody if a star player just comes out and says, "Hey, I'm gonna sit in the biggest game of my life." It's just not even a smart, ethical question to think about. I mean, it's just never going to happen. So even questioning that is just dumb to me.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, it's a horrible argument, and you don't blame Rick Carlisle. You can't blame anybody.
You can't blame nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody to blame.
It's just
unfortunate.
Injuries just happen.
Anybody can get hurt.
Even today, I wish I remember who had said it, because I saw KD reply to it. They said these injuries are happening because they're wearing low cut sneakers. Stop wearing ankle cut. Stop wearing 3/4 cut. KD even came out and said, if you think that's what is causing injuries, then you don't know what injuries are.
Man, it's like
you don't know how injuries happen.
there's so much data that they know that we have to pay for.
Yeah.
We have to pay hundreds of dollars
injuries.
to
Like
even
you just have to
access.
accept that when you play a professional sport or any sport, you could be an amateur. I could go outside and play basketball right now and tear my Achilles.
I could get up right now, jump up like, "Whoo, I'm feeling good," and pop my shit right
The
now.
Achilles is only there to be fucking ruptured.
Yeah,
I
literally,
I don't like. It's there to just be
come on
fucking
now.
ruptured and destroyed.
That could have happened. That could have happened to anybody. That could have easily happened to SGA, and it could have been the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that
Like
could
you
happen
don't
to
know, like
anybody.
if SGA was like never said like, my calf hurts. My
Yeah,
calf
like-
is hurting. And you ask anybody like, yeah, before you tore Achilles, my calf hurt. Yeah, my calf was hurting. Probably my knee was hurting. My hamstring was hurting. My shooting elbow was hurting. It was tight. My shoulder was hurting. My neck was. I couldn't turn it a certain way. I'm like, I'm getting beat up. I just played 100 games this year plus some Olympic training. Like, come on now. Like,
Look,
this is
LeBron said he's playing on an MCL injury. You're not. You're a LeBron fan. Niggas is not gonna tell LeBron not to play. Like, you feel me? It's like,
so
come
he
on,
always
bro.
he suddenly hurt. Like,
And that
no,
was in
ain't no
round
suddenly.
one. That was in round one. Like, LeBron's not sitting out. He has an MCL injury. He's 40. He's still not going to sit out.
Never
You
sitting
think a 23, 24-year-old in the biggest game of his life going to sit out? No,
Competitors are just not going to sit unless they're literally being told, "Hey, you have to."
Mind you, they're calling him the most overrated player in the league. Mind you, Indiana has never won a title before.
That's what I'm
Mind you,
saying.
he's a former
Yo,
zero
if-
star.
If
Like,
I'm
come
a
on
Pacers fan, I got to live with that, bro. Like, he tried. Like, and it's sad, and it's going to be trash for next year, but I'm not even thinking about a next season. Like, I want this ring now,
Yes.
like, Game 7. And it's unfortunate.
You're not thinking about the future when you
I'm
know
not
you have a
thinking
chance
about.
for
I'm
it.
not thinking about Monday, No, I'm thinking about Sunday night. Like, I mean, it's
Because
unfortunate, man.
then like it's and then you look at it like this. Like I said, like Todd Gurley. Like ask Todd Gurley if he wish he played that Super Bowl.
Yo, we was talking about watching our teams win. I ain't gonna lie, that was the most nerve-wracking game. I thought he was gonna just randomly come in. And
Like
just start
imagine
playing.
Todd Gurley just was
Yeah,
like,
played that game.
Yeah.
Like and knowing
Yeah.
he's gonna retire anyways in 2 years. Knowing that he's gonna retire before the age of 30, he has no say about it. It's like your knees are cooked. Don't play this game. What's gonna happen? Then I just can't play next year, and then I'm bad next year, and then a bad year.
I'm
then I'm on
playing
a
into an
different
injury
team,
with a
and
chance
I'm
to
cut,
cement
like,
myself.
That motherfucker ran for like an 18-yard run, didn't play the rest of the game, bro. I was so happy.
Like
I couldn't
imagine
believe
if
it.
Todd
Like,
Gurley
imagine he
left
just,
it all out there.
Yeah.
Tore his knees up in both of them. Who care? Like I don't
But
care.
they might be Super Bowl champions, and
I'm
then
not.
your
Super Bowl
retirement.
put
will
up
be
the
3
worst thing that
points.
happened. The worst thing that happens is I retire next year.
Yeah.
Instead of
and you
instead
already
of the
retired
year
2
after
years
that.
later anyway, so it didn't matter.
Like it's like stuff like that matters, man. Just anything can literally happen to anybody, and it's like in the biggest game of your career, you probably are not gonna sit out. You know what I'm saying? Like that never gonna cross your mind, especially off a big ass Game 6 win. It's like he got hurt in Game 6. He got hurt in Game 5. So this wasn't just some. Oh well, if that was the case, then he should have sat in Game 6. What was the discourse about Game 6?
was no
No, when
discourse
you
in
win
Game
it and you walk out, you know what I'm saying, with both your legs, you can walk out on your own power. Like, oh yeah,
Nobody's gonna say
that's
something
cool.
about it. Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of the whole. Oh, let's say something when somebody get hurt. When like, okay,
A lot of the
people are always
narratives
hurt.
after these playoffs have been really, really.
Yeah, people are always hurt. The narrative, like I said, the media, it sucks. When it's always it's like I told you so. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm the smartest person in the room.
That's what I'm saying. That's what niggas. It's like people prey on people down for
just to be
narrative,
right.
Just to
And
be
I don't
right.
want people to be like, I need to be right about this. Like, oh, I just
I'll do
like,
anything to be
like,
right.
Like you
I'll
really
say
said,
anything to be
like Halliburton like drives to the basket, like it make you flinch. And it's like that's not like, oh yeah, I was right. I knew he was gonna tear his Achilles. Like no, like
Yo,
I don't want him to tear
was
shit.
dogging
Yeah,
me.
like,
I'm like,
I'm
yo,
begging for
every
him not
time
to tear
he's
his
moving,
Achilles.
I'm literally flinching.
Because I know
like,
if he tears
don't want him to
his
get hurt.
Achilles on June 22nd,
Yeah.
he is not going to play again until October 27, 2027.
Yeah,
like
man.
that's how big the gap is. Like it's a huge gap.
This is
because
an ACL. I think-
he is not going to be in a Game 7 on that day again next year. He is
Like,
not.
they're just this is not ACLs. This is not MCLs. This is not knee
the
injuries.
recoveries are not. speeding
Achilles
up.
injuries are
They almost
always
get
slower
longer. Mm-hmm.
and they're almost hard and they're always harder to come back from. Rehab and recovery for Achilles injuries is damn near impossible. And you could look at any player that's had an Achilles injury and tried to come back.
The
Afterwards.
only,
and
the
they
only
always
motherfucker-
look like
Kevin
a
Durant.
shell of
Kevin
themselves.
Durant's the only motherfucker I've seen that like he came back.
And he's
And
still
even
yeah,
then,
but even still,
he got worse
lost
as a
it.
defender. He had to become a more passive player. Like he's not shooting as many. Like he's not shooting as many pull-ups. He is still pulling up, like the motion of pulling up. But he's not downhill scoring, pulling
not
up.
down,
yeah.
Those days are over.
So I'm saying
Those days
that
are
running
over.
straight, that north south running straight to the
Yeah,
basket, like
those
it's
days
over.
are
That's not his
over.
play style no more, and he
And
lost.
Tatum already wasn't doing that. So when he comes back, it's gonna be a lot of those
Tatum,
hop steps, a
yeah,
lot of
hop
those,
step.
a lot of those, a lot of those. He gonna be practicing that a lot.
That
I'm telling
motherfucker
you.
play small ball 5, shooting 25 threes a
He ain't
game.
jumping for no more rebound. Like, a lot of the shit he doing, like he used to be doing. Like I said, like I was, he shoot a lot. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing 13, 14 threes from a lot.
And
a lot of passing, a lot of.
I know we recapping this season, but I think NBA next season it's going to be without like Halliburton, Tatum. We're going to realize how much these players mean to the game. Like we going especially they're in the same conference. Like that shit is gonna be like around this time next year. We're gonna be like, damn, bro, the East wasn't really on shit this year. It's gonna be fucking Jaylen Brown versus Donovan Mitchell, and bit in the first round. Desmond Bain matchups, like you know what I mean, compared to what we could have got this year. So it's gonna be
how good the East playoff side was. It does suck losing.
Basically
Halliburton, Tatum,
even Damian. I was gonna say even Lillard
as well.
Even
it makes the Bucks a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? So it just sucks, seeing all these injuries.
Don't wear number 0.
Yeah, zero.
Don't wear number 0 because if you wear number 0, your Achilles is on the line.
Yeah, and you mentioned Desmond Bain, and Desmond Bain just recently got traded to the Orlando Magic. We didn't cover it. We didn't it happened within the last week, and they want to announce trades on days. People getting
I talked about it on TikTok.
Game 4s and 5s. It's the most pivotal game. I was like, it's game 5, most pivotal game, and we talking about LeBron. We talking about LeBron bag and shit. So they don't give a fuck about the finals. So seeing Desmond Bain get traded to the Magic, seeing Tyrese Halliburton go down, knowing that Jason Tatum is also out next year, knowing that Damian Lillard is out next year, there is a very likely scenario that we do see that the Orlando Magic make a deep run next year. And it's like people be like, oh, it's Desmond Bain. Like, well, we're the Orlando Magic. We don't attract free agents. We don't re-sign nobody. Tell me it's the last person that we signed in free agency. You can't because they usually suck. They're past their prime. They're not good. So therefore, I'm trading for Desmond Bain. I'm like, fuck the first round picks. Who cares? Like, we nailed the 2 picks we needed.
Bro, we nailed the 2 picks we needed. They have a lot of lottery picks already, though. They have a lot of lottery picks.
Yes, we nailed all the picks we needed to. We already got all the picks.
Yeah, good, bro.
I'm good. I'm very happy with Paolo hitting, Franz hitting, because they got Franz later in the lottery. It wasn't no top 3 pick. Suggs was the top 4 or 5 pick. I mean, like, come on, like
still got Anthony Black.
Anthony Black is great. Like,
your big rotation is better than not. And you don't have a top end big, but you got a.
But a lot of teams don't
you got
have
3 or 4 playable bigs.
You got Jonathan Isaac played games. Like he played games. Like you know what I mean. I think he played more than 20 games this year. So you got it. You know what I mean. Like
and like you see like. You're saying you add Desmond Bain, a really good catch shooter, a really good, he don't really score too well off the dribble. I'll be honest, like I'm not a fan of him like behind the arc, like because he just don't got that pull up kind of game. And he tried to step back, but he's a really good catch shooter, and they need catch shooters. Who's going to create those shots? That's not a question to be had. Is it going to be Desmond Bain trying to create his own shot, or is Jalen Suggs going to go back to that Gonzaga point guard role that he was already comfortable with and thought he'd come into the league with, and he already is starting to grow better as a playmaker. So seeing the Magic acquire Desmond Bain, for me, they won the trade. 2 thumbs up for them because, like I said, we said it before on this. When you're a small market team, you are going to overpay every time. It does not matter who you are. If you're a small market team, you're going to have to repay because they know you're a small market team.
That's why it bothers me so bad when people like, oh, they got 5 first round picks for Desmond Bain. And only got 1 for Luka. That's not how this works.
Y'all can't compare the Luka trade to everything, bro. Because you're gonna. There's nothing that's gonna be as significant as that Luka trade. I'm sorry, y'all. There's never gonna be something significant.
It's a 1 of 1.
That shit was just a random ass whatever day it was. Motherfuckers was chilling and it just happened. It's over. Like we can't keep comparing these trades to. Like if I'm the Grizzlies and motherfuckers like, yo, I give y'all 5 first round picks and 2-3 players who doesn't mean, I probably would accept. Like I wouldn't even I don't even care about the players. They call that man Desmond Bain. Like we're ass. Like we're a small market team. We're not that good. You're just giving me 5 first round picks. I'm gonna take that. So I like the trade for both teams, but to say that a small market team is overpaying, they don't get unless they draft.
That's what you're doing every single year.
You have to, bro.
Ask the Utah Jazz how their small market, let's store up draft picks idea is working. Ask them. Ask the Hornets.
That's exactly why they don't have a prospect.
Come on now.
Charlotte
Let's really
Hornets.
talk about it.
The Charlotte Hornets, like, if they don't trade LaMelo Ball, bro, I don't know how the fuck, unless they keep hitting. They gotta stay in the top 4 every year.
And let's be real. Like, are they really hitting? Like, you know what I'm saying, like these guys are doing enough. They're meeting expectations.
They're driving. And I don't mean no disrespect. That's what I'm saying. I mean no disrespect, but like you got the second pick. It was Brandon Miller's scoot. You made the good decision. You took the forward, and you have a guard already. This year, obviously it's the top 3. Well, we think it's the top 3. Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, and we think that's the top 3. We think that's the top 3. You know what I mean? But realistically, you just take the 4th best player. So they're at the position where each year they just take the guy that's not the
they hear
top
they get damn pick.
you know what I
Best
mean?
player
The
available to us.
The Rockets got that 2 years in a row, and they had to make the trade for KD.
Exactly. They've been getting that, and I'm saying like it takes that one guy that exceeds expectations, and Alfred Sengun exceeded expectations.
Yeah,
he got
definitely.
picked later in the lottery. Like I'm saying, like the Franzes, the Senguns, like those are the guys that are gonna hit because they exceed expectations. It's like, oh my god, he's pushing our window up a year. He's an all-star now. He's a top 5 big in the league. He's really good, and he's sliding his feet on defense. He can guard 1 through 5. Holy shit! Now we got a chance to. All right, now we don't. All right, if Jalen Green ain't great, fuck it. We don't got to worry about him being great because we already got a great center. Like those are like storing draft picks. The odds of you getting a Sengun, the odds of you getting a Franz Wagner, the odds of you getting a SGA, the odds of you getting a Tyrese Halliburton, like those are that's one team I just named for each player. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that don't keep happening. The Jalen Williams, like I mean, he's double thunder, but you know, like the odds of that happening, that 11th, 12th, 13th overall player that probably should have went early in the draft and end up falling outside the top 10 is like you can get lucky. But odds are you're not gonna get lucky. The Magic have not been the most lucky team drafted, and they took a big ass risk taking Paolo because they did not work out Paolo. It was supposed to be Jabari Smith.
I didn't even know that.
So like that's the landscape of the NBA. You have to get lucky. You have to hit. It's about timely moves. This Desmond Bane move happened before Game 5. Before Game 5, Tyrese Halliburton calf was not strained, according to all the reports. We didn't know if it was strained.
Yeah, they didn't say until
and
after
then
they lost Game 5.
A week later, he tears his Achilles. Now you know. They were like, oh, they're not going to beat the Pacers next year. Now what? Who's in their way now? Who's legitimately in the Magic way where like there's no way they can make it to the finals?
And they made this trade during the offseason.
NBA,
so they
like,
didn't wait
finals.
on no other movement in the East. They looked at the Knicks. They looked at the Knicks and Pacers series. They said, okay, you know, might be a piece or two away from being there. The Tatum is gone from the Celtics. They're thinking about trading players. They moved up. You don't know what the Cavs do next year. They could be a top 3 team in the East next year.
And it's crazy because it was framework reported that they were going to get Darius Garland. And then I was like, if they get Darius Garland, that's the dumbest move I've ever seen. Like, I know you're a small market team. Settle down. We don't gotta go. We don't gotta be irrational now. Let's try to get a better player who can actually shoot, because Darius Garland's biggest thing is that he cannot create his own shot. He's not a pull-up shooter. He's going to have to slow the offense down, and like the Magic are already slow as shit, so he's not gonna help them at all. So I was and it was like for Suggs and shit. I'm like, that'd be the dumbest trade ever, and it would make me look at the Cavs like, all right, now they're probably the best team in the East, but now. A whole different situation. The Cavs are still good. Even if they get rid of Darius Garland, I still believe in them be good. But then after that, it's like, honestly, number 2 is probably the Magic. Like, realistically.
Y'all gonna make me say it on the podcast. Like, the Philadelphia 76ers will be a top 4 seed next year.
Yeah, they can be.
Like,
they can
damn
be.
near, bro.
They can be. And I just was watching, like, Joel Embiid highlights. I'm like, if he come back and play 50 games, they're probably going to be a third seed.
Yeah, it's going to be the 3rd seed. It's going to be a Sixers. It's going to be Tobias Harris versus Paul George first round next year, y'all. Y'all got to get ready for that.
And
I'm not really saying about the Pistons. I think the Pistons can move up.
Pistons are top 3 seed.
They're already the top seed.
Like,
they already
this is the landscape that we're in the East.
It's
crazy to think about this.
And I can't wait to see what a team like the Wizards do, knowing that like they can get into the play-in next year. Like knowing that
these teams that are making moves slowly could actually make a move and jump up.
And
with all the moves in the East, the way the East is looking now.
I was gonna say I hate how like we not getting a lot of coverage about the NBA draft because like
the draft is in 2 days.
It take one hit.
Class.
This is probably the least talked about class.
It's because Cooper Flag's number 1. We know that, and Dylan Harper should be number 2.
But it's like we've known the last besides last year that they hosted fucking noon on a Sunday during a random ass they didn't even host it on ESPN. I don't think it was just strictly on ABC. They did not give last year's class any love. And I was like, don't make that same mistake again, please. Yeah. This is a really good class. Like, it's a lot of guys that are rising and falling off draft boards. Ace Bailey is falling. He's like almost out the top 5 in a lot of mocks. A lot of he's saying like there's reports that there's a high lottery pick saying they don't want to play at the Hornets. Who could that possibly be? Yeah, they're not gonna say it, but like we can kind of put the pieces together. Like, well, if Ace Bailey's falling out of the top 5, I wonder why.
I'm starting to wonder now.
All right, let's start to wonder why. Because if he's not gonna go 5 and go to the Jazz, let's start putting some pieces together now. Like, let's go.
He's definitely dropping himself off that. He's doing that to himself. I mean, he already was a questionable prospect, but he's now doing the talking and making the comments now to be like, hey. I don't know about all this.
To me, he was always a 3rd prospect because of the side, like the more the potential. Like he still produced somewhat in college, but I always looked at it as a red flag. Like, yo, 2 top 3 prospects, you're not even sniffing March Madness.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even being talked about in March Madness. Is a little crazy. And I look at Dylan Harper's game compared to Ace Bailey. I'm like,
To me, it's like night and
Dylan
day.
Harper really had? Like, Ace Bailey, you know, chipped in here and there. He was consistent.
But what else was going on with that team?
Like, what else is going on? Like, you feel me? So, I don't know. The draft is in 2 days. Like, we barely get any coverage about it. I mean, my team is picking high. I'm excited about it. But, like, you know, we don't know. Like, one of these picks, say that the Sixers take Ace Bailey, and he ends up being good for them. Like, you feel me? They're in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Like,
they get that much better.
The Mavericks getting Cooper Flag. They keeping most of their core together.
It's a huge pickup for them.
That's good for him. Yeah. So
I'm loving the draft this year though. CMB is probably my favorite player. He can go as high as 3, as low as probably like 7 or 8. He's a small ball big. He's super strong. He has playmaking ability. He has defensive ability. He's going to change a team. And if I'm the 76ers, I am absolutely biting on him, because if Joel Embiid's body is failing him, you need a big.
You need somebody to look forward to.
You need somebody in that front court. And Paul George has been bad. And Tobias Harris leaving them is like, damn, it would have been nice if they had Tobias Harris.
They had him now.
You know
It
Tobias Harris was like, it'd been nice if we had him this year, huh? But, you know, Tyrese Halliburton, not really much of a point guard to me. But he's capable of, you know, doing a lot of things point guard could do: pull up, make passes, defend the second best, you know, perimeter player. He can do a lot of things really well. I don't love him as my best player from them. So, like, yeah, against somebody that can, you know, also play make, also defend in the front court will be very, very nice for the Sixers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Seeing stuff like that. And it's like that coverage does not exist for the NBA. Because NBA media, like, if you're not a TikTok creator, a YouTube creator, this is not towards you. This is for the first takes, the whatever shows else is out there, the Nick Wright shows and all that shit.
The stuff that covers them. The media.
Talking about LeBron's bag before Game 5 of the NBA Finals has sent me over the edge. And then today I heard, you know what I'm saying, and I want to dial it back to, like, now we're Game 7's over. We know the Thunder just won. I just heard, why couldn't a 2012 Thunder win this series? I'm like, or win an NBA championship in this, like, NBA.
Why
I'm like,
are you guys
why are we comparing? And second, let's not act like that team was perfect. None of them were in their prime. They had depth issues. They had no like real playmaking. They had a real bad shooting problem. Team. They were not.
Double Cephalosha and Kendrick Perkins were starting for that.
Yeah, and Kendrick Perkins is not starting in the NBA in 2025. I'm sorry, he not. And Serge Ibaka, like, at that time, was not that great of a defender. He was a decent rim protector. He could do a lot of things.
He wasn't
check his all NBAs. Check his all NBA defensive teams. He was not that guy. A lot of overstating how good Westbrook was back then. He was way better 3 years after that.
Niggas played.
KD was way better 3 years after that. KD could not pass.
Them niggas played LeBron. Like, we could have a different conversation. Say the Pacers magically beat the Heat that year, and then the Thunder lost to them. Like, whoa.
I said, we can't just put the 2012 Thunder in there and not put the 2012
Lance Stevenson beat Kevin Durant. But it was LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. If we talk about runner-ups and shit, then let's talk about the 2021 Suns, where they have not walked the fucking, like, the floor with the Pacers team. Probably. They had literally everything that you fucking needed. They had the wing defenders. They had the great shooting guard that could put up shots. They had the elite playmaker with elite IQ.
They just ran into Giannis on a fucking
like I'm saying, they ran into the best player in the league.
Yeah, so, like, it's like, I just don't, like I said, people don't understand. Like, they talk a lot about how, you know, these teams get easy wins or easy walks to the finals.
Come on, now it don't count.
Yeah, like, I was like, but say you can say all that shit about easy walks. You can get an easy walk in your own conference and then run into the best team in the other one and get walked.
We ain't even 24 hours since the Game 7 last tipped off, and motherfuckers talking about the ring don't count. Why don't it count?
I'm telling you right now.
Why don't it count? Why is that? Why is this the only sport that does that?
I don't.
The NFL doesn't do this. The MLB don't do this.
And the NFL is one game. Like, you have to beat somebody 4 times. Like, 4 times.
I beat y'all 4 times.
Like, come on, bro.
The narratives after this final, I'm gonna tell you, the narratives off this finals, off this playoff experience are some of the worst ones I've seen as a basketball fan in my entire life. I don't know if it's like the influence of social media. I don't know if it's the influence of, like I said, lack of media coverage because there's no big names in basketball anymore. Like, I don't know what it is with, like, you know, I guess we're armchair analysts too because we're talking about basketball, but we ain't on here saying that rings don't count.
But I think we all, like, respect the game and know that, like, all players have a role. All players are capable of doing something. Anybody can win any given night. It's not, we didn't count anybody out in any series, I don't think. We all talked about, like, positives or things that teams could do. There's things that you can say about, like, all right, like, yeah, it's unfortunate Tyrese Halliburton got hurt, but man, it was I'm sorry, Case and Wallace not flying around the court
Mm-hmm.
Like, was he not doing what TJ McCollum was doing in those first couple games in the finals? Like, damn, was Chet not playing way better this game? Like, was Siakam not shut down completely compared to the games before? Like, damn, was like Tyrese Haliburton was firing from three, but like, you know, like
that's
the Thunder missed a lot of open shots and they still was controlling the game.
So like you can't take, and like that was like my thing. They're like, oh, Haliburton was about to have a legacy game. Oh, he was going to give them 40. It's like, bro, that was 3 shots in the first 8 minutes. I was like, you don't know. Like he could have finished 3 for 12. You don't know what could have happened. Just because he had a good start does not mean anything. Like, I hate the fact that they're putting an asterisk on this title now because he went down. Because he went hurt, as if everybody else on that team didn't show up.
Yeah. I tell the same people that the year the Heat made it to the finals, right? To me, that's the worst finals team that I've ever witnessed make it. Like, Jimmy Butler went on a run, whatever the case may be. But people say that if Jason Tatum didn't fucking get hurt in Game 7, the Celtics would have won. They went down 3-0. You can't blame nobody but yourself. The Pacers and Thunder were in a 7-game series and it went to 7 games. If the Pacers really was going to win, if it was an asterisk on the OKC Thunder championship, the Pacers would have been beaten.
If you want to talk about anything with that series,
talk
about Game 4.
And
if the Thunder would have lost, talk about Game 1. Like there's other things you could, like, you don't have to be like, well, if this guy don't get hurt, he wins. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, stop talking about hypotheticals. Talk about what really happened. There's what? How many minutes in a game? 48 minutes. You know what I'm saying? These games last 2.5 hours. There's hours and hours of basketball that you could talk about just in the playoffs alone to be like, this is why this team probably is going to lose this game because of this reason compared to this team, their strengths in these games. Like, it's like we watched the Thunder in a Game 7, so we knew what they were capable of. And the Pacers played catch up in a lot of the games to avoid going down and, you know, avoiding home court advantage, being held by the teams above them. They were not really in a position to make to the finals without a lot of grit and a lot of fucking grind. But we seen it. We seen that they were capable of beating anybody. So it's like, why is the discourse like, oh, the Thunder, this ring don't count? It counted. It counts.
They're champions. That banner's in the rafters
is
forever.
going to be up. They are getting their rings. They're parading the fucking city right now. That city deserves a championship. They were just without a franchise 20 years ago. 20 years ago, that team did not exist. Like, most people are not even old enough to know that the Seattle Sonics turned into the fucking Oklahoma City Thunder. Like their ring counts. They came from basically nothing. They came to Oklahoma City with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, a fucking slashing point guard and a lanky ass scorer, and it was just figure that shit out.
And I was going to mention that because you look at how they drafted Westbrook and KD, I think back-to-back years, and you compare that to the Rockets. They took Jalen Green and Jabari Smith, and they missed out on fucking Cade Cunningham and Paolo Banchero. Imagine those two was on the same team right now compared to how the Thunder got lucky and they end up getting Westbrook. And they got Harden a year after that.
Yeah,
the Rockets got Jalen. The Rockets got Jalen Green, Jabari Smith, and Amen Thompson. So you got, like, and I'm not saying none of them are like bad players, but you compare that to how the Thunder drafted. Like the draft needs more coverage, and it's just crazy.
The draft really needs coverage because a lot of these teams are drafted so well. I mean, the Pacers, they've picked so well. I mean, Miles Turner has been a Pacer his entire career. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's somebody that's like, you should be proud that you could draft somebody that you won on their team for 10 years. Not saying he was great. He was terrible in the finals. He's terrible. But he's been on the team for 10 years.
But the fact that they had many chances to get rid of him, many chances not pay him.
And they refused to because they know the player that they have. Everybody's like, well, he only averaged 16 and 8. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's not that great of a shooter. He's not that great of a rebounder. It's like, they don't ask him to rebound great. They ask him to space the floor. I can't sit 23 feet out and crash every single time. I'm going to die by game 20. My body's I'm gonna be throwing up.
They're definitely not asking him to be a straight rebounder.
Yeah, like it's like people have roles, and it's like the Pacers didn't hit on every single pick, and they had to make trades. I mean, they traded Sabonis for Haliburton. Like those are timely trades. Not like who would have thought that the Kings had De'Aaron Fox and Haliburton. It's like, oh, they really traded Haliburton. And like, I didn't think they should have traded Haliburton. I thought they should have traded De'Aaron Fox because he had shown that he didn't do anything yet. And it's like, let's get rid of a contract that we got to pay soon. I reset our cap. But when you look at Tyrese Haliburton going to the Pacers, like, moves like that are timely moves that need to happen. Those are great drafts. I mean, like, Haliburton he was in the top 10, I think, maybe No, maybe he's 11.
I think he was 12th.
Yeah, it's even better. And it's like, damn, like, why aren't we talking about the NBA draft? NBA draft's in fucking 2 days. Let's talk about the teams in that 10 to 14 range because Don't Connect was going in that fucking range. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like the Tyler Heroes and shit going that range.
And the only reason Don't Connect got fucking media coverage because he went to the Lakers. Motherfucker went to the Hornets. He was a good player. Probably shouldn't have felt that.
You could even use that, what you're saying, for OKC. At the time, Paul George is coming off a season where he was top 3 defensive player of the year, top 3 MVP. They trade him for SGA and all those picks. And those picks turn into Jalen Williams. Those picks turn into...
And every pick wasn't great because it's the same team that took Trey Mann.
This team also
They took Derek Lively, traded him for Case and Wallace. And I'm like, damn, they could have had Derek fucking Lively on this team.
They took Ousmane Deng. They took Ousmane Deng because they got the pick from the Knicks.
Yep.
Like I was like, and they took Jalen Williams. And they took Jalen Williams after Ousmane Dieng.
Yes.
So they could have easily missed on Jalen Williams because they took Ousmane Dieng first.
Yep.
Ousmane, who does not even get playing time on the team, is on the team technically.
Yep.
So I mean, like sometimes it just happens. Things just fall your way in the draft.
And it's like this draft is deep, and it's like, why are we not talking about how great the Thunder have built their team and got to this point? They've reset it, and then they had title contenders, and then they reset it again, and now they're title winners now, and it's like, damn, they could probably go again. They can go again if Chet take a little small step. Jalen Williams play as good as he did again. Shea is healthy and he does what he does. There's no way this team is not in a position to contend again.
And
it's just there's really no count.
Like I said, and it's crazy to think this is a team that literally was looked into a black hole when Kevin Durant left.
Yeah,
they thought this was the end of the line. They lost a generational player, Kevin Durant, and they thought they were never going to see the peak like that ever again. That's crazy to think about.
Just remembering, what was it? It was the 4th of July.
Yeah, July 4th, 2016.
And this dude goes to Warriors. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, bro. That's a flip at the
everybody's cheering for Westbrook. They want Westbrook to take him out, and it's like, whoa. Now Westbrook gets Paul George the year after, and it's like, damn, they're title contenders again. Then they get Melo. It's like, nope, 2 first-round exits. Then they got to reset again, and then they tank on some really weird timing shit. They almost get lucky. They get Chet at 2. Really could have been a lot different, but they get Chet at 2. They get Dean. They get Williams all in the same. And then Jalen Williams, the other one.
Yeah, they all in the same draft. Jalen.
And it's like they built a core off of one draft. And we're the draft's in 2 days, and we're talking about LeBron's back last week, and the ring doesn't count this week. And why you should sit out with calf strains. And it's like, we can talk about everything. We don't have to talk about the things that get the most buzz because you create the buzz.
Yeah, that's true.
You create the buzz.
You could put mad asterisks. I mean, how the Pacers made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
That's what I'm saying.
No. It was they sacrificed Caitlin Clark to win Game 6. Ha. So funny. That's funny. Look at Pascal Siakam. His eyes rolling back. Right. He's the injury guy. He's been at every injury. Now then it's, oh man, that's bullshit. Tyrese, like. Yeah, I know it ain't funny no more. Shit wasn't funny in the first place. But now it's not funny because it's one of yours. Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
I'm telling you, there's no NFL asterisks. This is strictly you
reaching one, and they 2-time champions. Are they gonna go for 3? Like.
They got smoked in the Super Bowl, and you ain't hear nothing about if fucking Travis Kelce was 29, they would have won. Kevin
Durant
they had Rasheed Rice, they would have won this game.
Like no,
ain't nobody talking about that. Talking about the Eagles just dominated.
Belt the ass.
Kevin Durant literally said it, bro. NBA fans just don't like basketball. That's just
they don't.
NBA
it's
fans
crazy.
I'm telling you, it is a lot of I'm telling you, social media discourse on basketball ruined the sport coverage of basketball. If somebody sees a tweet, they ride that tweet to the end of it. SGA is a foul baiter was a big thing. These little narratives that get put on Twitter, and then all of a sudden, now, guess what I'm saying? Like now it's like, SGA is a push off. He's a push off artist. Every time he shoots a mid range, it's a push off.
Like, look at his face. He's making a face trying to make a layup. Like, damn, he's trying to concentrate. If I got to do all type of crazy faces to be an MVP, scoring champion, Finals MVP, winner, like. Nigga, I would make the nuttiest faces.
I'm watching Andrew.
I'm dragging that shit.
I'm watching Andrew Nembhard hook Chet's arm every time he drives to the basket to get a foul, and I'm hearing that SGA is a fouls merchant and that he fakes fouls, and then they're saying that OKC it was rigged for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, rigging it for Oklahoma City.
The NBA championship was rigged for
even though they could have had the New York Knicks in there. They could have had New York Knicks in there. They could have had
niggas could have had Tatum take a jump shot on the play he got hurt on, put the Celtics in goddamn Luka and LeBron in the finals. We got Indiana and OKC. You're talking about they're rigging it for somebody. Like that's
rigged
crazy.
for OKC. They don't get ref the same. They don't get this the same. Like whatever, man. I guess I would also feel that way if my team was losing to them.
I'm telling you,
I
I
guess
would
that's just
too.
what it was. I guess so.
It's crazy to me. The NBA media sucks. And
It's awful, bro.
and it's like we can only do so much because we ain't no primary NBA motherfuckers.
Right.
So
We
y'all
know-
come
we
here,
know
y'all
we
get
do
y'all
this
one
as
video
fans.
every 3 months, and then y'all gonna have to just y'all got to keep watching that. Y'all keep liking that one. Y'all have to keep subscribing on. You know what I'm saying, y'all keep going off of those. Like I said, there's only so much Damon can say on the TikTok. Only so much.
Do you guys want to hear something crazy though? I saw a clip of us from back when we were at the old studio, and we were talking about, and we did SGA over Halliburton for best point guard.
Ain't that crazy? And I remember I said Halliburton. I do remember saying.
We literally in here. I remember I said SGA.
Yeah,
You
it's
said,
like,
I think we were
that's the
split. I
debate.
think you and what was his name was here.
I don't think.
Kier.
I think actually Kiera might have said.
Did he say SGA?
I think he might have
I said I had Booker over Halliburton. I had SG over Halliburton. I think we compared him to Fox. I think I said Halliburton over.
It's like, would you
everybody.
rather? And that was going
Yeah, and I think it was
Like, that's
Booker,
crazy. I literally
SGA,
watched
the
that
only
clip
two.
the other day, man. I'm like, that is nuts to think about. It's like literally, that would have been almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We're talking
We're
about
past- I
SGA
think we're
versus
past 2
Halliburton,
years now.
and it's like, damn, like that's crazy now that we're talking about these guys just matched up in the finals.
Yeah. Stuff like that is like a beautiful thing in basketball because like you can see like, damn, like these two are like
They're on a
two of the
trajectory.
best.
Yeah, like
You
you
know what
know
I'm
they're
saying?
on that trajectory.
And it's like the point guard position is so deep. Like the 8th best point guard is still close to the 2nd best point guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not like, oh, he ain't way better than him. Like, because like now people are like Halliburton is playing bad, and he was playing bad. And it's like the fact that he recovered the season so well, just to go down, like I said again, it sucks. And like,
Yeah, like
hope that he
that
can
is like
recover.
definitely one of the most heartbreaking injuries. Like I mean, no
the
injury
worst
is
ever.
good.
That's probably like the worst
Yeah,
time.
I would say
I've
like
ever seen
pretty
in my
easily.
life.
Like I literally felt sick even like seeing that. Like I said, I'm a Thunder fan, but I don't want to see injuries ever, especially in a competitive game like that.
It's a
And the
comparison
fact
to
that,
Brandon Cooks and that one Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying, when he got knocked out.
So like seeing that is just nuts to me, man. Like
I was
said,
like, no.
I ain't even.
and you just knew as soon as he went down too, man. Like watching it in real time, like as soon as
I
he
didn't
went
know
down,
what the fuck happened. I'm
I
like,
knew
I was
it.
like, good shit. HGA forced that motherfucker left. He can't go left, and then it's like you gotta think about it, like he couldn't go left. I wonder why he couldn't go left. Well, he didn't have to. He didn't have to always step with his right foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's naturally thinking to just step and drive. You know what I'm saying? Like he normally would on the right side. You know what I'm saying? That's just he just did not do it on the left side, and of course,
It literally happened so fast. I'm really like watching. Like as soon as he goes down, like they throw the ball up the court, but like he immediately starts slapping the court. As soon as he starts slapping the court, I'm like, oh, it's way worse than just
I
a
was
fall.
like, no, bro.
Yeah, as soon as I saw him he slapped the court immediately. As soon as he hit the ground, I'm like, oh, it's way worse than just a slip and fall. It's just it's brutal, man. It really is.
Last bit, I do want to talk about the Rockets. We mentioned them a couple of times and like the draft discourse and whatnot, or the lack thereof coverage of it. Kevin Durant just got traded yesterday before the Game 7 for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, number 10 pick, and 5 second-round picks.
Yep, 5. Yep.
Overall, really good trade for the Rockets. Kept the defensive core, didn't lose anybody significant. Jalen Green's absolutely awful. I'll
The
say that
Suns,
right now.
nothing about the Suns gets a thumbs up from me.
Nothing. They
Nothing
didn't do
they
anything
acquired.
right.
That 10 pick can go die. I don't care about who you take at 10.
I'd rather do a 1-for-1, dude.
Yeah,
I'd
because
rather
I'm
do a
telling you right
1-for-1.
now, the Rockets easily, not one major prospect gets moved in that trade. They get to keep Tari Eason. They get to get Cam Whitmore. They keep Amin Thompson out.
Those are the two people I'm like, y'all got to get one of them. Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, or even Reed Shepard if you can.
Even Reed if you really wanted to push it.
I would force them to play with Jalen Green. They are, that's it. There's data that these teams have. Jalen Green was one of the worst starters in the league, and he was absolutely terrible with all those other starters on the Rockets. They knew they had to get rid of him. That was coming. It's crazy that they didn't do it in February. But if you can get Kevin Durant compared to who you probably could have got in February, oh yeah, absolutely. Like it's good to hold on to him. And he had a terrible playoff run. So getting Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, who's listen, if I am trading for Dylan Brooks,
I'm down bad.
I'm down terrible.
He a solid player, but I have
I
Ryan Dunn.
can't even express how bad that is.
The Suns have Ryan Dunn. Like I would
The
rather
Suns have 6
take
shooting
that.
guards.
They
In
have
general,
6 shooting guards.
they have Devin Booker. They have Grayson Allen. They have
I'm
Jalen
like,
Green.
dude,
They have Dylan Brooks.
I would tell them there's
Ryan
no
Dunn.
way in hell I'm taking Dylan Brooks from y'all, and there's no way in hell I'm taking Jalen Green.
I'm
from y'all.
telling. I'm hitting.
I'm
Bradley.
give me Cam Whitmore and pick 10. I'll figure the rest out. I don't give a fuck at this
Yeah,
point.
at that point.
Because at least y'all
Give
don't
me
get
a
to
young
have
prospect I could throw
these
out
great
there
ones.
to look forward to.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to Jalen Green
Give me
taking
Tari.
shots from
Give
my
me
basketball.
Tari Eason. And
And they got Bradley Beal.
fucking-
Don't get me wrong. The Suns also had Bradley Beal. They got 6 point guards.
Shit, y'all still got Jay Sean Tate back there. Shit, at this point,
Something, bro.
anybody but Jalen Green. And like I said, like I don't. want to ragdoll on Jalen Green too much because I don't think he's a terrible player. I think he has great athleticism. He has a lot of good traits. But with that team, it was like they was trying to open a window and he had slick close it. Yeah, y'all good. I'm not the best player. Y'all not building. I'm not the Diamond Mitchell that y'all want me to be, which he could have elevated his status to if he played well. And I can only imagine if he played well what could have happened in these trades. But as much as I give the Rockets, these like y'all killed it. I'm looking at the Spurs like Stephon Castle better have a Andrew Nembhard ass run when it's time. Or Keldon Johnson better have that kind of run, or somebody had I cannot imagine.
Jeremy Sohan better be playable in the playoffs.
I don't think he will be because he's not playable in the regular season. But
I said it.
My honest opinion, I think they fucked up letting the Rockets get.
Yeah, I wanted him to go to this. I wanted Durant to be a Spur, and I wanted to see him next to Wemby. And I think the Spurs, that number 2 pick would not have been on the board. They could have gave up Castle. No. They could have gave up. They have another pick in the first round. They could have gave up
12,
that,
I think.
And they could have made some other things move. They could have. I would have said I would have said Castle, have fun in Phoenix.
How about Castle?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trading Castle. Man.
I don't think Castle's that good.
I like Castle.
Castle's the most I want a rookie of the year on a technicality as player I've ever seen. And I don't think he's a bad player, but I think he does lack a lot of traits that you need because he's going to be the 4th best player on the team. Yeah. Do you think he can go into a role where he's going to be that scrappy defender or that random ass playmaker? Like I'm saying, it's going to be a situation where the Spurs are going to have a really, really nasty lineup out there. Yeah. And you're going to be like, what the fuck are they running right now?
I'm getting ready. I'm kicking.
And their positional advantage is the fact that they have Wemby. Yeah. They have one of the best centers in the league. They have the best prospect in the league. But it's damn, what are we really going to do with this team?
If I got to run Harper, Durant, and Wemby out there for the next 3 years, I'm doing that so fast.
Fox?
I don't give a damn. Yeah, Fox is there too still. That's what I'm saying. They could have made something work. I get liking Castle because I don't dislike Castle. Mm-hmm. I think Castle is a good player. But I'm going to take Harper and Kevin Durant over Castle, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, whoever you think was untouchable. I like Jeremy Sohan. I do. He's cool. He got cool hair.
But I think he looked better. I think he looked better in the Suns color. I think he might just be a better player with the blonde hair. Shit,
imagine him in the baby blue Suns jersey.
Come on, look cool in that jersey. Fuck it. They take him. Take him. Take Vassell. Take Keldon Johnson. Take pick 12. Goodbye. I'm good.
I promise you, I would have did everything to go for Durant right now. The Spurs missed on that one.
And now, I don't. Unless they're gonna get Giannis, which I don't think their package is good enough.
No, I don't think anybody.
All these players are mid. They're not. They haven't developed that. Yeah. The Spurs have a really bad, reputation of developing players. Yeah. Realistically, they get stuck at a certain point. So I'm kind of worried about Wemby. It's is he ever going to develop certain traits that are going to make him a more efficient player? You know what I'm saying? I know he can pass, but they don't want him to pass.
Yeah, they don't want him to be that
player. I know he can score a little bit down low, but they don't want him to score down low. They want him to shoot from behind the arc and get that position, and spread the floor like that. And it's well, is Fox gonna be able to take advantage of that? Is Fox gonna be able to put up enough threes where at the point guard position? Is Dylan Harper gonna be able to put up enough threes? Because he's even, I don't even think he's gonna be that kind of shooter even. And Fox became a kind of shooter that nobody thought he could be. Yeah. So it's you can say they're gonna be running nasty ass lineups, and Victor's no matter what is the best shooter and the best scorer that they have. They need a better scorer than Victor. And I've been saying I don't think Victor's gonna be number one.
I'll say 2 things. Number one, about the Rockets trade. I like that for the Rockets because they still got picks. Mm-hmm. I can't say the Suns killed it. I can't say the Suns completely just utterly lost the trade because Kevin Durant kind of in and out the lineup. Yeah, and they could draft the All NBA player in the 10th pick.
Yeah, we just did talk about the 10th.
So they could have that. I don't know, that fit on the team currently is bad though. That Jalen Green, maybe you flip him. I don't think he's flippable. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to Bradley Beal House. I'm saying, I'm playing you at the center. You're gonna be my backup center. I'm looking dead in his eye. I'm saying, you request a trade, you're gonna be my backup center. I'm gonna start you you're gonna be my backup center. Request a trade right now. I'm coming right to Bradley Beal House. I'm saying that. I don't want you on this team. You want to be here. You're going to be my backup center, Bradley Beal. That nigga is going to be 10 minutes a night. You need to go. You and your 50 million. I will attach picks. I'll attach Jalen Green with you if
See,
that's
but
what
that's
it takes.
my thing though.
Get
What
him
picks
out of
can you
town.
attach to Bradley Beal?
Pick
I'm-
10?
They can't attach 2026 because the Rockets have that pick.
Yeah,
bro.
They didn't get their pick back. That's what they were so worried about this draft. They should have been worried about getting their pick for 2026 because at the very worst, this team probably wins like, let's say, 33 games. At worst, 33 games. Devin Booker is not no slouch. He's gonna go out there, hoop. They're gonna grind out some wins. You know what I'm saying? But 2026, yeah, now you control your destiny. Yeah, let's start shipping some players off. You start shipping some players off now. 2026 is like you can't do shit.
Yeah.
You better hope Bradley get something for Jalen Green, which, like I said, I really don't think Jalen Green is a flippable player.
Especially after the extension.
I just don't think it's possible to flip him right now, at least. Maybe down the line, maybe somebody gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's better shooting guards available with lesser contracts and lesser negatives than him. Yeah. So he's a willing defender, though. I do give him that. I do think he probably starts with him. I do think he's, you know what I'm saying? I think he's, a potentially really, really good player, potential all-star in the right system. But the Sun system is not it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're so far from, like, if I'm them, I say, give me Cam Whitmore in that number 10 pick, or give me, you know what I'm saying, my pick 2026. Y'all keep all them motherfuckers. Y'all figure out y'all fucking cap situation. Y'all figure out everything else. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Y'all got to figure the rest of the shit out because I do not care about y'all whole clusterfuck. But yeah, let me get rid of the two worst starters in my lineup.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah,
that's
good job.
That's true.
That's fucked up. I'm like, damn, Phoenix, fight back. Like, take somebody like, oh, y'all like Reed Shepherd? Give me Reed Shepherd. We'll figure the rest out.
And I was gonna say about the Spurs. Number one, I don't even think it's a guarantee they draft two. So something tell me Wednesday like they gonna make a trade. Like I don't want to I don't want 100% guarantee that they're gonna either A, not make a trade like that involves their players, or B, like they might even trade the number 2 pick. I feel like the Spurs is gonna make a move this offseason. They just didn't feel like it needed to be Kevin Durant, because they did get a generational talent, and I'm not gonna compare Zion generational talent to Wemby, but Wemby in the 2 years they've been there, they've had 2 top 5 picks, so they haven't took off yet. Mm-hmm. They don't have the players the caliber players to take off yet. Mm-hmm. So if they didn't feel like Kevin Durant was that player that could take them over the next hump, then somebody soon got to come out of this. Like Jaylen Brown is a possibility.
It ain't nothing to send Mikal Bridges for number 2.
I'm looking at
nothing.
I'm looking at the
I'll
Eastern.
take Dylan Harper on my team.
The NBA is shifting. I'm looking at the Eastern Conference. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You give me. I mean, if I get y'all a pick, Jerry Sohan and fucking Vassell and the 14th pick, whoever we draft there, you want to give me Jaylen Brown? I'll take Jaylen Brown for that. Like if you
if I'm the Celtics, I am spamming yes on that shit. That resets our cap.
You have to.
I'm thinking about money saving.
And I will draft Dylan Harper so fucking fast. And
no, I not the second pick. Not the second pick. Whoa, not the second pick.
I thought you said that second pick.
No.
You did say second pick.
No. I said no. I said whoever you draft at 14th with Sohan, Vassell, Killjoy. Like if you sending those role players out there where you attach like a future pick and you can get like a quality like star player, cool. But they can't run it back with this core. I don't think they needed to make the Kevin Durant move. I think it just sucks that he lands in there. I mean, NBA divisions damn near don't matter, but you do play him 4 times a year, so that's tough.
You got to beat them.
Yeah, you gotta beat them. So I mean, but you get Dylan Harper.
OKC in that shit too. Or am I tweaking?
We got the worst division. We have the worst division. Like for my team, because we gotta play Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. We gotta play all the motherfuckers 4 times a year. Realistically, like that's probably 25 losses already in November. But like shit.
Yeah, y'all road stand in Texas is gonna be crazy. Yo, never getting out of Texas.
Never getting out of Texas alive. But yeah, I do think the Spurs is gonna make another move. I just don't think it was.
I'm not sure who they would get or who they would be targeting. Like I just don't know. I just from what was offered and what was out there, I think you could make a better offer than what you did for Kevin Durant. But if the Suns, like I said, like the only thing with the Rockets is I do think they're lacking a slightly better playmaker than Fred VanVleet, but they have so much assets. Like it's crazy.
They could make a move if somebody became available.
Crazy with the assets right now. Like they can make another move to get a better player than Fred VanVleet and just be that much better. Because you got to think like we have to be better than the Thunder for the next 3 years at least.
They got Wemby, but something else gotta give.
You're not stopping.
You don't even know how good Wemby's gonna be in the playoff setting, bro. Y'all done had 2 top 5 picks with him.
We don't know, and that's why. That's why I said months ago. I said I don't think Wemby's the number 1 player. So if you don't go get Kevin Durant, who can take away that half court offense away from him a little bit and put him in a different spot, there's very few players that can, you know what I'm saying, that can score better than Wemby in the league right now, as is. You know what I'm saying? So Fox already takes the ball in his hands a little bit. We barely seen it. I would love to see it more before we make another move that's big enough, but I don't think any move is bigger than Kevin Durant right now because I don't think Giannis is realistically available.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Unless Giannis want to go. Unless Giannis want to go. I mean, it's tough for the Bucks to compete right now, but
yeah.
I don't know. I just the Fox move with Wemby. I don't know if those two gonna work.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
We got to see what the Spurs.
People think that Wemby
up.
set screens. It's not DeMond's NBA 2K25 build. He doesn't set the screen. He don't slip. He don't do shit. He sit at the top of the key, put the ball right here. I'm 28 feet out. I'm going to dig one dribble between the legs, fake, pass it again, and then I'm gonna go to the right wing and I'm gonna do it again. And then 3 seconds left of the shot clock, I'm gonna shoot over the tallest thing on the team and I'm gonna make it, or I might miss it, and I'm gonna go 5'11", and then I'm not gonna rebound at all, and then I'm gonna cost Jules hundreds of dollars because I can't get no rebounds.
And I'm 7'4".
I'm 7'4". I get
You're
blocks.
not guarding a
blocks.
fucking Miles Turner every night, bro. I know there's a way you
blocks.
can get in the fucking paint.
I think the Spurs should just trade back to 7, bro. But that's just me personally.
Trade back to
I
7.
I don't make the NBA stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't.
It's not much discourse you could put in the next 2 days to make Dylan Harper fall to 7. So that's your best bet. It's hey, come get 7 and Missy.
I'm just saying if I'm New Orleans and I offer Herb Jones,
come get
Trey
7
Murphy,
and CJ.
the 2 first-round picks this year
ew.
and 2 first-round picks next year, bro. If I'm the Spurs, I'm taking that, bro. I'm taking 4 first-round picks, Herb Jones and Trey Murphy, bro, for the second pick. That's just me, though, bro.
They're not doing
they don't want
that,
to do
bro.
that. You know what
I mean, if they could come get Trey Murphy from y'all, that would be huge for them. I think that's a huge move. If they can get y'all some bullshit to reset your whole team around and make, you know what I'm saying, and get guys that could be flipped. I don't think I would take a Jeremy Sochan, but
hell no.
if that's your kind of, hey, if you want to run just the Sochan at the point,
Just keep Herb Jones.
If you want to run Zion at the point, Sochan at the 4, and Missy at the 5, you do that. And then McCollum at the 2, and then Herb Jones at the 3. And see how many points y'all score in the half court.
I'm gonna be mad as shit though. Like,
Yeah,
all
Trey
jokes
Murphy
aside,
though, still
if
good.
Herb Jones get traded,
Murphy
that motherfucker's getting $50 million for 4 years, bro. That his agent is a piece of shit, and his agent don't need to be representing nobody no more. So any team trade for Herb Jones,
you're getting a bargain.
good fucking luck. Congratulations, you got the fleece of the century. I don't know.
You got that Scottie Pippen deal.
I don't know any other.
When he got paid like $13 an hour to play with Jordan, and Jordan fucking leaves.
5 years, $7 million. Like what the fuck?
Like yo, that could change your family life. Like my mom, maybe. What about me? Like your family, we're gonna worry about you.
Fucking
In
coach
5
making
years.
more money.
He got the worst deal ever.
Nah,
bro.
dead ass. I don't know if any of the trades, like all jokes aside, I don't know if any of the trades would be happening this offseason.
I don't think any trades are happening. I mean, I hope so. I mean, that would spice up the draft a little bit. That's all they care about is fucking big star players getting traded for. You know, they don't care about the rookies that turn into 3 years from now and then you have a Jalen Williams run. You know, They don't care about those. They only care about the biggest names. They care about if LeBron got a bag. They don't care about if Dylan Harper fits on the Spurs and how he's gonna mesh with De'Aaron Fox and they're kind of the same prospect. They don't care about that. They don't care.
I was on air saying trade J-Dub for CJ McCollum. I'm going to reiterate that. Let's trade CJ McCollum for J-Dub. CJ McCollum is the president of the NBA, damn near. He can get y'all over the hump again.
Why am I doing that?
Let's get him
Please,
over the hump again.
get
him over the hump
bro.
again.
Please, bro.
They could definitely use a shooting guard. Maybe
We could use a better. We need more outside
They
shooting.
could definitely get a
bring him
shooting guard.
off the bench.
Yeah,
or give
Anthony
us
Simons is out there,
give
you
us
know?
Kate, bro. Give us Case.
I
bro.
would definitely love
Jalen Green
another
is out there.
because SGA, J-Dub, and Chet combined for 29% from 3 in the playoffs.
Can't shoot. Go get CJ McCollum.
So if you got your 3 best players shooting that from 3, you are probably not going to repeat.
Josh Hart, you are a Thunder. Give me the Lou Dortz. Give me the Case and Wallace. Somebody's taking Josh Hart in this room. Somebody's gonna take him. I will
Not for Lou
thrust him
Dort.
upon you.
We already had him. We already had our run with him. So that's
so
something.
he's
you know
next.
what I'm saying?
It's gonna be
I
crazy.
mean?
Like yeah, he got 13, 7, and 7. Like yeah, bro, you didn't watch the whole game. Watch how many points he let up. Watch how many turnovers he had. Like he had 18 turnovers. Like yeah, bro, yeah. And he's slipping all over the court in the fucking biggest game of his career. Like fucking piece of shit. Anyways,
I do want to say, are we getting close to the end of the NBA stuff? So I do want to say, I'm a Thunder fan. If you guys have been watching for a couple years, this is the first time that a team of mine that I'm a fan of has won something in 26 years.
Dolphins fan,
Yeah, Dolphins fan, Mets fan, you know what it is.
Michigan State fan.
Yeah, like,
I love it.
so, I mean, this has just been a cool experience to see like a team actually win something. And I want to say that SGA did just have one of the best seasons ever.
Yeah.
This is not a debate. I said it last night. I didn't put the full name. This is the best guard season since Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
This is over 2016 Curry, and if this gets out to the right people and they want to call me a fatso and say that I don't know ball, by all means feel the need to do it. This man just won the Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, Finals MVP. He has a championship. He is the scoring leader. He was first team All NBA. He was second in the league in steals, most 50, 40, 30-point games. Everything he could have done to win a championship at 26 years old.
That's true, bro.
I mean, he averaged 32.7 points per game. That is the most averaged by a player to win a title since Michael Jordan, who had 32.6. He scored 3,248 points. That is the most by a player since Michael Jordan. I don't care if he's a free throw merchant. I don't care if he scored 1,300 of them points at the free throw line.
Yeah, that motherfucker scoring.
This is one of the best guard seasons ever. And I just think that it's going to go I'm only bringing this up and saying all this at the end because of what we talked about earlier. I didn't want to cut off the conversation with the asterisk, with the Mickey Mouse rings, with this. They're going to discredit SGA in any way possible and say that this didn't look good because he's a foul baiter. He's a push-off artist and this and that. You just need to understand and respect that this was one of the best seasons of basketball you've ever watched.
You're probably not going to get it again unless it's from SGA.
And I'm about to tell you this right now, bro. Listen, if I was a Thunder fan, I know you brought up 2016 Curry, motherfuckers love Curry. Listen, if Shea put up that, if he's on my team, I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Fuck Curry. Like if Curry would have won the ring, you know what I mean? Then we'd be like, oh, but no. If somebody on my team just had a season that Shea did, I'm saying he's better than Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck
like
are you
I said,
going to do?
this is why this is easily
this
is easily one of the best guard seasons, if not the best guard season.
Do Michael Jordan have a Magic Johnson award? He don't have aura. He didn't have to play with a center who shot 2% from the three. He didn't have a, you know what I mean? J-Dub is making more money his rookie season than
he couldn't have.
Yeah, like
ain't the Easter Council named after Michael Jordan?
No, that shit. I think ain't it Larry Bird?
Oh, it is Larry Bird.
Like, Michael Jordan's not even cool enough to get the own Easter Conference. Like, there's no awards after Michael Jordan. There's no awards after Michael Jordan.
No, because
I think we good. I think that's Kareem.
No, I think it's Kareem.
I think we good.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just like if it's
Jordan, how about that?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
this is just like one of the best seasons ever. Like I said, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you twist it, this team won 84 games.
Yeah,
60 in the regular season, 16 in the playoffs to win the finals. There's nothing else to be said. Nothing can be overstated. There is no asterisk. There is no
it don't exist.
Undercutting ring. This is a team that was dominant from start to finish.
Yeah,
and
my team, the niggas saying my team had an asterisk, bro.
I'm fighting.
I'm telling you, there's just nothing.
Remember niggas that went through? Like,
and I'm doing niggas like John Jones did.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch 6'8" Jalen Hurd average 20 rebounds a game in 2021 for this. I didn't watch Poku get 38 minutes a game for this. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas didn't watch Shea have a shoulder injury for 3 months.
I didn't watch Josh Giddey get allegations for this.
Yeah, come on.
Come on with this shit, bro. Like this is something I have something to celebrate. I have something to be happy about from a team that I am a fan of. And like I said, and shout out to everybody else that's on the Thunder. J-Dub surprised the fuck out of me. I was talking about trading him a month ago.
Yeah, that's true.
And he stepped up in those last 2 series and showed me that, okay, you know what? No, this can be a guy that can play next to SGA for the next, hopefully, the rest of their careers.
Yeah.
So, and like, I mean, Chet
is
shout out to you. You had 5 blocks in a game. That is the most in a finals game ever. Shout out to you. Yeah. I mean, you stepped up when you needed us to. You hit a big 3 that kind of sparked the run. Yeah. And everybody that could have done everything last night played exactly what we needed. Case and Wallace I swear. Case and Wallace had three steals in the first quarter. Yeah. Forcing turnovers early. Caruso, same thing. Dort hit probably one of the craziest 3-point shots I've ever seen in my life. With like 2 seconds left. Like he just standing at the top of that shit was so high it went off the camera angle. I didn't see the ball in the air until it was in the hoop.
I was like, that shit in the crowd.
Like I don't know, man. Like
Dort shoot like he got 19 on a game of 21. And all his shit just be high in the air. Strongest
like
shit.
I said, man, it is just so cool, man. Like I said, I'm just happy to, like I said, be a Thunder fan and like actually get to see that. The whole year, I mean, like I said, to me personally, as cool as it was an underwhelming playoff run. There was way too many moments where I thought that we was fucking cooked.
Yeah.
There definitely showed weaknesses on this team, but there's no reason they shouldn't be the favorite. going into the next season.
for sure.
Moves can be made. I don't think they're going to be now. I do think very much they run this team back.
Too close to the free agency where it's like, we'll probably wait till
that's what I'm saying. At this point, it's like I don't see many shakeups. I hope J-Dub gets paid.
He will.
ASAP. I need him extended ASAP.
Bro, y'all finna have Nikola Topic average 26.
That's what I was really about to end it with.
Herb Jones at Chet.
Like I said, like bro, like, we got
look that over and tell me how you feel.
We got Nikola Topic coming back, bro. Like that was a top 5 prospect. We got him at 12, and he didn't even play yet. Yeah, and he's gonna play in a week in the summer league. So, like I said, it's just an exciting time, man. I just want to talk on that. Like people cannot overstate or undermine what SGA just did. This is easily the best season from a guard in 28 years.
Shout out SGA, man.
So shout out to SGA. That is, like I said, that is just good basketball. Call it unethical hoops if you want.
Crazy as hell if you did.
But if you don't like it, then go beat them, I guess.
Nah, niggas look back. They love Harden. Niggas are saying Harden was playing unethical. Like, we gonna look back in 5 years. We gonna love Shea because he was 6'6" and Wemby 7'4" doing the same shit. Shea gonna be doing in 5 years. So like, bro, you appreciate what Shea doing.
They would have had a heart attack if they was watching prime Harden.
Right, it's gonna be worse.
They wouldn't know what to do, man.
It's gonna be worse.
I didn't know what the fuck to do. Shit.
Yeah, and I would say, I knew I was there when he was fucking averaging 38 a game, 23 free throws.
Josh hurt.
Hands behind their back, pushing them to the rim so they don't hit cash 9 threes in the night.
It's crazy.
Got anything else to say?
Nah, don't.
All right, shit. I'll go on record and say it. Shit, SGA just passed Fred VanVleet on my all-time list. He just passed.
That's big though.
That's huge from him. He's a top 25.
I think Fred VanVleet about to make fucking 40 M's in the season. Shit.
Yeah, he a top 25 player ever just for that.
His agent.
Million. A lot of niggas like, can you say that? Can y'all say that?
Fred VanVleet and Gordon Hayward agent, top 2 agents of all time. That's all I gotta say.
Herb Jones
Don't bring up
agent.
Gordon Hayward. I lived through Gordon Hayward. I lived through Gordon Hayward in the OKC jersey.
That shit. I thought that was a piece last year. Shit. You like that? You lived through Danilo Gallinari too. He was our best defender for a little bit.
It was crazy. Some crazy Thunder teams in the last 5 years to be where we are now.
Yeah, y'all seen some nasty ass lineups. Shit,
shout out Al Horford.
Shout out the Thunder, man. They did it.
Shout out Trey Mann.
It takes a long time, but hey, when that one championship happens, man, for the first time ever, you can't take that shit away from nobody. You don't put no ashes on that shit. So yeah, I'll go on record. I'll say it. Fred VanVleet here, SGA here. Here we go. How about that? Nobody else.
Shout out Skyler, man.
Shout out Skyler. Shout out Mike. Shout out all of them. But hey, man, appreciate y'all for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys on the next one.